Hello, everybody. I'm back with a few more Kubernetes interview questions and answers. These questions and answers come from my GitHub repo, and I'll put a link to that in the description below. So if you'd rather have a written version of this, that's where you go. But in the video, I can give you a little bit more context around the question and the answer, right? So the first question today is, can you scale a Kubernetes service? The answer is no. The reason why is because the service is actually just a front end. It's like an address, right? So the actual pods are behind deployments and replica sets. So you can scale them up and down, but you can't tell a service, hey, scale yourself up or down, because it's not a thing. A service is just an address for whatever the service is getting back from the pods. So the reason why an interviewer would want to ask you a question like that, because he or she is looking for evidence that you are working with Kubernetes every day, or at least have in the past, because then you would know. A lot of the book knowledge will not be available if you just study the books, right? The next question today is, if you want your Kubernetes command to have scope of all namespaces, meaning, for example, if I want to know what pods are running in the default namespace, I can just do kubectl get pods. If I want to know what pods are running in a different namespace, say foo, I would say kubectl get pods -n foo. But sometimes you want to know what's running in every namespace. Then all you have to do is minus capital A, right? And sometimes it's true when you just create a cluster, you don't have any pods running in the cluster. You just want to see what's running at all. Then you can just say kubectl get pods space dash capital A. And dash capital A works for all the resource there is: deployments, replica sets, daemon sets, what have you. They're all for everything. You can use that capital A. Are the environmental variables encrypted in Kubernetes? The reason an interviewer would ask you this question is because he or she is trying to fill a gap maybe in their team security-wise. So they're looking to see how aware you are security-wise in Kubernetes. So they would say, hey, now, do you really know your way around in security-wise in Kubernetes? For example, the environment variables are not encrypted. So you would know that if you're working with security in Kubernetes. Next question. By default, can a pod in one namespace talk to another pod in a different namespace? The answer is yes. The reason why is because it's a layer 3 problem, right? The traffic is enabled between the pods, between the nodes, right? Um, just because they belong to a different namespace, that barrier between namespace is not a layer 3 barrier. In layer 3, you can talk to one pod can talk to other pods. In fact, that's probably why it's probably true of nodes as well. So anyway, um, we'll stop there for today, and I will see you in the next Kubernetes interview questions video.